stand. Stand and raise your right hand. Our clerk is going to get you sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony about you is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Hey, ma'am, if you'd have a seat for me, please, and if you'll just adjust that microphone so we can hear you. You may inquire whenever you're ready.
Good morning, Ms. Stewart. I think you can move that microphone back to you, or you can slide it close to it. Okay.
Want me to try? Oh.
Introduce yourself to the jury.
My name's Kylie Stewart,
And where do you live right now, Ms. Stewart?
Valdosta, Georgia.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a nurse.
What kind of nurse?
I'm a med-surg oncology nurse.
Back on April the 9th, 2023, where were you living?
I was living in Crestview, but I was in the process of moving here to Panama City with my boyfriend,
And who was your boyfriend?
Zachary Kaiser.
And is Zachary Kaiser in the military?
He is.
Is he lieutenant?
He now is at Moody Air Force Base.
Okay. Was he lieutenant at the time?
He was.
And on that, at that time, how long have you been dating Zach Kaiser?
A little bit over a year.
So the relationship was getting serious?
Yeah.
And in fact, as you sit today, are you actually have married? You and Mr. Kaiser have married?
Yeah, we're married.
Okay. And where is Mr. Kaiser now? Zach Kaiser?
He's deployed.
And did you, as part of dating Zach Kaiser, did you get to know some of his coworkers?
I did.
And were you around them several times?
Yes.
And why was that? As being part kind of a military brief, why did you get close with the coworkers?
Well, when you're in a military town, you're really all each other have, so you get pretty close.
Now, on April the 9th, 2023, did you and Zach Kaiser have a special occasion to celebrate?
Yes, it's my birthday.
It's your birthday. What was it? Just any birthday, or was it a special birthday?
It was my 21st birthday.
And what happened when you turned 21 in Florida?
You can legally drink.
Okay. And did at some point did y'all decide to go out and celebrate your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there also something a little special about the Sunday, the April the 9th, 2023?
It was Easter.
Okay. So, who all decided to go out and celebrate your birthday with you?
It was me, Zach Kaiser, Ryan Drummond, and Dayvon Larry.
Okay. And was there two other people that ultimately joined your party, Austin Wallace
Yes.
and Chris Bustillis?
Yes.
Okay. Where did y'all go?
Myself, Zach Kaiser, Ryan Drummond, and Devon Larry, we went to Applebee's, just us. And then after Applebee's, we went to the Blue Moon, and we played some...
Well, let's slow down for a minute. So you went to Applebee's.
Yeah.
Was there one person that was designated as the driver?
Yes, Ryan Drummond,
And why was Ryan Drummond designated as the driver?
because he was underage.
Okay, so he couldn't drink. Okay, so you went to another place called Blue
Moon.
What is Blue Moon?
It's a bar. I don't know what area, but it's here in Panama City, where they do pool and sometimes they do karaoke.
Okay, and was this pretty much all the same group that you described? All of y'all had gone there to play pool?
Yeah.
Okay. Malcolm Santiago had not joined your group at this point.
No.
Was he close to any of y'all in your group, particularly good friends?
Yeah, he was close to some of the guys. I don't want to speak for him. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
close he was to each of them, but he did end up at Coyote Ugly.
Okay. So after the Blue Moon, y'all decided to go to Coyote Ugly. Who made that decision?
I did.
And why did you want to go to Coyote Ugly?
Well, I didn't think it would be super busy because it was Easter Sunday, and I wanted to go because I know that when you aren't 21 yet, you have to have an X on your hand. And I also did want to celebrate with my friends, but I figured going as a 21-year-old, I wouldn't have to have an X on my hand, and I'd be able to celebrate with my friends and have a drink or two.
Okay, so when you got to Coyote Ugly, what happened?
Well, when we first got there, I noticed there weren't a lot of people, which I had already expected, but there was noticeably a couple groups of people out on the patio and like mingling by the bar on the right side. But we were there for, I'd say, maybe 40 minutes, and we were all kind of together as a group talking, and suddenly, I noticed a man with a gray jacket kind of being obnoxious or acting obnoxious, and he seemed pretty drunk. And so,
Did you ultimately later find out that fellow was John Chester?
yes. But suddenly, like, commotion broke out, and I wasn't really sure what was going on, and I just made sure I was keeping eyes on the guy with the gray jacket, which is John Chester. So I didn't really see anything else that was happening.
Was Zach with you?
He was.
And were you making sure Zach didn't get involved?
I was, yeah, because they like to protect each other.
So what happened? Was there an altercation between Malcolm Santiago and this Chester fellow?
Yes. I didn't see anything physical happen just because I was confused as to what was going on, and I wanted to keep my eyes on Zach as well. But yes, it was the guy with Chester and Santiago.
Okay. How did it end?
Like, the whole thing, or?
The fight inside. How did it end?
So I pointed out John Chester to the bouncer.
Well, did security come?
They came and took out the problematic people that were kind of wrestling around.
And so the person you identified was John Chester?
Yes.
Okay. Did you happen to observe Dayvon Larry during this initial skirmish inside the bar?
Yes. At first, we were all talking together, and I was actually right next to him, and he was showing me something on his phone. And then all of that started happening, and it just all happened really fast. And I wanted to figure out where Zach was, and so I personally didn't see where he had went, but yeah, we were talking, and then all of that started happening.
Did you see anything that he did during the altercation?
No, because I was trying to keep my eye on John Chester.
Your future husband?
Yeah, and Zach.
So after the bouncers, did they ask John Chester and a couple other people to leave?
Yes.
Was Malcolm Santiago asked to leave?
Yes.
Okay. What happened after that? What did you do?
I was talking to Zach and Austin Wallace, and we were just trying to understand what was happening or what had happened. And then we saw a lot of people going to the patio, which was, when we were talking, it was to the right of us. People just started going out there really quickly.
Now, this is an outside patio?
Yes, the patio is outside,
Yeah.
but we are inside.
Uh-huh.
But you can see to the patio doors, and you can see out onto the patio.
Okay. And so when you went out there, what did you see?
I never went out onto the patio, but whenever we ended up exiting through the front door, I saw Larry laying on the ground.
Was he laying on his right side? Did something stick out about him laying there?
I saw he wasn't moving. There were a couple of people around him, but I saw his shoes, and we had had a conversation at Applebee's prior, and so I don't know, that was really the only thing I could see at first, and so immediately I knew it was him.
He was proud of those shoes. So, at this point, was Zach with you?
Yeah.
What did y'all go do?
Well, Zach was inconsolable, and so we didn't know that he wasn't breathing at the time, or at least that's what it seemed to be. We walked over to him, and I bent down behind him and was just trying to figure out what was going on, and I saw that there was throw up by his face, so I figured that he had thrown up.
Take your time.
It was really hard for Zach, and this was one of his really close buddies, and so when EMS eventually got there, I just hugged Zach and just turned him away from him.
Was Dayvon Walker, was Dayvon older?
Yeah.
And was he kind of a mentor to the younger airmen?
He was.
And you indicated your husband is overseas.
Yes.
Do you know where Ryan Drummond is?
He's also overseas.
Do you know where is Austin Wallace still in the military?
I believe so, just from Facebook, I think.
Do you know where he's at if he's deployed?
I'm not sure.
And Chris Bustilis?
I'm not sure.
I don't have any other questions.
Any questions?
How much of the second fight did you witness?
None of it.
You didn't see any of the people that were involved in the fight?
I saw them inside when they were inside, but not while they were outside.
So you didn't see the brawl that was next to the street?
No, because I was focused. When I went outside, I was focused on my friend.
And is it fair to say that when people started screaming outside, you didn't want to get Zach involved? You didn't want Zach to be involved?
Right?
Right, because he's a tendency to protect his own. Isn't it true that you hugged him from behind so he didn't also want to front?
Well, I did hug him from behind just because I wasn't understanding what was happening.
You didn't want him to go outside?
Yeah, I didn't want him to get involved in all the chaos that was happening.
You knew that there was only trouble outside, is that correct?
Well, at first there was trouble inside.
The trouble inside was between the guy in the gray jacket. Right? You didn't know his name at the time, obviously.
I didn't.
You don't know him personally now, do you?
No.
So you know that the fight was between the guy in the gray jacket and Malcolm Santiago?
I believe so.
And that night, Mr. Santiago was wearing a tan pullover sweater?
Yes.
Is that right? Was Mr. Santiago also a mentor to the airmen group?
I'm not sure.
Do you know the relationship between Mr. Santiago and Mr. Larry?
I'm not sure.
besides Mr. Santiago, was there anybody else arrested from the Air Force? That was
I'm not sure.
the
Any other questions of this witness?
No, Your Honor.
She excused or released or subject to recall?
Statement of question.
Thank you, ma'am, for your testimony. You are excused and released.